Hello, happy Sunday to everyone out there in the vinyl community. I hope you're having a great, peaceful Sunday and taking it easy, listening to music, or whatever you love to do. Purpose of this video, let me get right to it. It's on the quiet Beatle of the Beatles. It's on George Harrison, this video that I'm making. And what I wanted to do in this video is create a video thread or video response. I know there's a lot of them going on out there in the vinyl community, and that's very, very cool. And there's a lot of contests. And so yesterday I've been watching the Get Back Project finally, and I started watching, took a break from that and started watching George Harrison's documentary, Living in the Material World. And it's one of my favorite documentaries about a musician. I am a George Harrison fan. He is one of my top 5 favorite guitar players. Incredible. Some of the things and ideas that he has came out with for songs, playing the guitar, and just really, his finger picking stuff is awesome. My 2 favorite George Harrison songs are Don't Bother Me and While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Most likely in third is I, Me, Mine, and that could change. But going back to the documentary, I just like hearing George Harrison. I like when he talked about the early days when they were in Germany and this really rough area where they played in a club, and they seem to have these real small rooms, like right behind a theater or something, theater wall. And they met some nice people out there who took care of them during those early years. And I would say, folks, I'm going to go out here on a limb that the Beatlemania did begin with their years in Germany. That's just my thoughts. I've always saw it that way. But I just remember years ago I wanted to show some of my George Harrison things. But I love this early takes. I believe this came out around the same time that comprehensive, real big, Living in the Material World or whatever it was, a box set. I didn't get that. I don't know if I will, to be honest. I could. It all depends. Sometimes I find stuff on sale. And if I find it on sale or I got enough in trade and it shows up for some reason and it's in my price range, I'll get it. Got a couple of things back here. I love the George Harrison Live in Japan album. This copy sounds great. I can't remember the year it came out. And of course the All Things Must Pass album. Just his, what would you say, magnum opus, a masterpiece of an album. Love the record. But what I want folks to join in, you know, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 5 people would join in and just show your 5 favorite George Harrison albums, or 3. It's obvious that I'm not going to show All Things Must Pass, but does not mean I don't like the album. I think the album it's a great record. Okay, now let me just show you, and these are in order from 5 to number 1. These are my 5 favorite right now of George Harrison. Oh, and I wanted to show this because it's one of my favorite things in my collection. It's a special advanced sampler, and I got it for $1. I think it was at a record show. It's the George Harrison All Things Must Pass. I call it like a little EP. And I think this was put out because of this anniversary edition, which probably came out in 2000, of All Things Must Pass. But yeah, this is really, really good. Has one of my favorite songs on here, and I just love Wah Wah. I love that song. It's such a great tune. But that's one of my favorite things that I have in my collection of George Harrison. Here are my 5 records for to start this video response. All participation is welcome. I love the music of George Harrison and his solo years. Some people bash on those records. Makes me wonder if you even listen to the records. honestly. But his solo stuff is good. There's a few things I don't have in my collection, but as time goes by, hopefully I'll get to add them in my collection. At number 5, I've always loved his album Somewhere in England. And this right here is didn't get it because that it is a Canadian press, but it is. But my favorite tunes on this album are Life Itself, All Those Years Ago, Baltimore Oriole, Teardrops, Hong Kong Blues, and of course the song, All Those Years Ago. I did mention that, but yeah. Produced by Harrison and Ray Cooper. I kept the hype sticker. I didn't take it off. I didn't take off the shrink. But yeah, number 5 here for me, it's Somewhere in England. I love this record. Number 4 is a record that I don't even really hear people talk about any of these albums from this period of George Harrison's career. But he made some really good, solid records. They are just as good as like albums like Ram, Band on the Run, John Lennon's Imagine, Double Fantasy. They're right in there. I mean, these are the Beatles. Separately, they continue to make great music. That's my opinion. Number 4, I have 33 and 1/3. This is another good record. This is one of those reissues. I forgot when it came out, but it sounds great. Woman, Don't You Cry for Me, Beautiful Girl, this song, See Yourself. I love the lyrics. It's easier to tell a lie than to kill a fly, or something like that. I'm kind of remember. I love the lyrics in that song. Is What You Value, Pure Smoky, Crackle Box Palace, and Learning How to Love You. This is one of his best records as well. I know the album that I don't have. I just thought of it right now. The one that has Blow Away. I don't have that George Harrison album, and that's another good one. Every time I don't see it very much used. I like this record. It's my third, number 3. Are you ready for this? Gone Troppo, or Troppo, however. I love this record. It's got a lot of great fun songs on it. And this came in used, and oh yeah, it was coming home with me. I had it for the longest time. I think I have the CD of it. I got to look through my George Harrison CDs, but it has tunes like Dream Away, Wake Up My Love, and That's the Way It Goes. I love the song Gone Troppo, great single. Mystical one, Unknown Delight. And a cool little picture right there, a little Polaroid. But yeah, this one is one of my favorites. It is number 3. Number 2 has one of my favorite songs on it too of George Harrison, and that's Tired of Midnight Blue. Extra Texture is my second favorite George Harrison album. Very underrated. I don't know what the deal is, but it's just as good as the other ones. World of Stone, This Guitar, The Answers at the End. Oh man, I love that song. And You. Sounded like You was kind of like a kind of Motown-ish like song, but it's a good song. I think I have the 45 of it. Now, my favorite George Harrison of all time is Living in the Material World. It is one of his solid records. Hardly hear anybody talk about it. But I have a story to share that I asked someone. I said, hey, do you like that? You know, thinking that, hey, they like the Beatles, they like their solo stuff. You know, wasn't nobody in the BC. This is a long time ago. But I remember asking somebody, hey, since you're a Beatles fan and a Beatle fan of their solo material, do you like that album, Living in the Material World? I said it just like that. He goes, did Ringo put that one out? I went with it. Yeah, Ringo Starr put that one out. Anyway, Living in the Material World, just a lot of good songs. Be Here Now, Try Some, Buy Some, The Day the World Gets Round. That is all. It's got these really, you've seen this. This is nothing new to you folks, but I love the labels in the middle. Give Me Love, which is just an awesome song. Sue Me, Sue You Blues, The Light That Has Lighted the World. And the song, Living in the Material World. Sometimes that's what we're living in the material world. Surviving to stay alive. But yes, there you go. So that will conclude this video. I look forward. If you would like to leave me a comment that you made a video showing your 3 to 5 favorite George Harrison albums, that would be awesome. But for now, folks, take care and I'll see you on my next video.